Yo. It's another episode of Beyond Talk Chronicles podcast. I'm your boy, Go Villain Django, that 1 in 10,000, baby. And we got another guest. His name is Jay Sis, man. And he
Yes,
got the
sir.
podcast Behind the Buzz, man. And they really doing their thing, man. Tell them your Instagram tags. Give them all your tags. Give them your music. Tell them all that shit you got going on, bro.
Yeah, I'm Jay Sis. You can follow me at official__JSIZ. And then for Behind the Buzz, that's our media platform. It will be behindthebuzz.llc on Instagram. That's behindthebuzz.llc. We get you right. We just want to hear your story. Similar to Beyond Talk, we talk about a variety of different subjects, get artists, we get business brands, personalities. It doesn't matter. If you want to sit down, you want to talk, tap in with Behind the Buzz. Place to be.
Okay. You're the owner behind the buzz, right? So tell the viewers what it takes to run a successful podcast.
What it takes, for one, it takes funds. You got to be able to pay people. You got to be able to support your business because you're going to lose money before you start making money. And I feel like a lot of people, that's where most niggas decide to stop. Once that bank account dips below, but really like that's your startup. Like that's what you're putting in to invest in yourself. And that be the problem. Not even for businesses like in general, people they want other people to invest into them before they do it themselves, and it just don't work like that. You know what I mean? So you got to have your vision, you got to have your startup funds, and you got to have a purpose, and you got to be consistent.
That's real, bro. So the viewers watching, like, make sure y'all get them gems because he's speaking real gems. All right, so now we're gonna get straight to it. We seen the promo, Brody. You hosting a local event for the artist called Hurt People,
Yes,
and you
sir.
got a fucking movie coming out, bro, with the
Hmm.
premiere, bro. Some big shit. That is
Yeah.
some big shit, bro. Tell them what's the experience and what you.
So we want this my experience with the film or just
The
experience.
experience with the artist performances and the film.
Right. So we want this to be an interactive experience, as in like you're not coming into Greenbelt Theater just to sit down and watch people perform. This is going to be an interactive show. You guys will be a part of the show, and we're going to come together to make one big event happen. We're inviting the whole community. I think it's unique, just what we have going on. It's very seldom that you can have a movie and then a live show connected to it at the same time. So I think it's special what we got, and cars just lined up the way they were supposed to, and it just made sense for us to go big with it like we are.
All right, that shit lit, bro. Like, not too many people that's doing that, bro. You setting the bar for like at the top, bro. So
Yeah,
like,
cause I started off Hurt People was my album. My album got taken down, and so it gave me another shot to like go even harder. Like I told myself, I said if I get the second crack, cause I really sincerely think that is the best piece of work I ever put out, is that album Hurt People. So I'm gonna go crazy, balls to the wall. We're doing every and anything. We're gonna make sure that this is like top notch, best of the best. Everything's gonna go smooth. We're doing it all.
all right, let's get to the questions. As a multifaceted artist, creator, what inspired your transition from being a musician to delving into various creative ventures?
I would say just if you are a musician, you kind of are forced to be an overall creative, So me, I knew I was multifaceted. I wasn't just a recording artist. I wasn't just a musician. That's how I started out. But through meeting people and going out to different events and whatnot, I transformed into more once I discovered my own blueprint of how I want to do things. Um, I became uh, executive producer with my business. I became a content creator. I became a photographer. I became a videographer. I became a writer. There's a lot of things that just came just naturally that I had to do because nobody else was going to do it, and I just had to figure it out. And that's how that worked.
And the grind is real, y'all.
Right.
So the viewers watching, the grind is real. Could you share more about Behind the Buzz and its mission within the DMV creative community?
Yeah. So our mission. Well, I'll start from my perspective first. Um, the thing that I came up with is called Be Your Buzz. We're behind the buzz. Our logo and slogan is Be Your Buzz. And that was because when I was starting out making music, there was there weren't any platforms that would want to mess with me. There weren't any, platforms that would want to sit down and talk with me at that time in my career. It was hard to get my story out as an artist. And so with Behind the Buzz, we're reaching out to any and everyone who has a story to tell, to come sit down and just be their own hype man, be able to express themselves on our platform. And we have a pretty good reach, and hopefully your fans and our fans come together and we get to see and celebrate what you have done with your career. So that's what our goal is, just to bring people together and to let people who don't have that voice share their story.
Okay, that's real, bro. Hurt people, right? That's the show. That's everything.
Mm-hmm.
What motivated you to combine live performances with film premieres for the event?
Well, I knew it was just another aspect that I thought could be done. With the movie, you kind of have to. It's because this is not a main production where it's not like in multiple theaters. It's going to be my audience of people that come to support and see that film. So I wanted to combine, different artists that were a part of the film, give them a chance to perform, because our cast was filled with some other creatives as well. And just to make the event longer and more full, we got vendors, and it came together nicely. So I feel like everything just lined up the way it was supposed to.
Kobe, you that nigga, bro. How do you curate? How do you curate the lineup of rising DMV local artists for the Hurt People?
How do I curate it? I mean, I've worked with other shows where I found artists, or I created the set list of who goes where, the schedule for things. And I just wanted people I wanted the best of the best. I said, I'm putting a lot into this. I need the absolute best from the people that I know can bring it and go hard with this thing. So I picked artists who I knew were serious, that I've seen perform before, and that I thought could be assertive and be of value to the show overall thing that we have going on. And that was a big thing, just people who take their craft seriously and take, my event seriously. It's important.
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, what lessons have you learned from your experiences in the creative industry?
Just because one door closes, another one can open. I mean, there's once you get on your grind, and once you develop your name and build a name for your brand and yourself, people will find you. They see that you're taking it seriously and you're, genuine with your craft. So I learned to just not be so pressed for every opportunity that comes around, and to focus on just the right one that comes around. That makes sense.
Okay, so what advice would you give aspiring creators and entrepreneurs looking to make an impact in their respective industries?
Don't try to microwave it. Don't try to have a one fix for, okay, I'm gonna blow up and it's gonna be this big thing tomorrow. It's got to be, growth. That's like getting a BBL. You get a BBL, right? You get a BBL and you look good, right? But you still struggling to get up the stairs. I mean, like
you gotta get them legs
you
right.
got exactly. You got the body of a Mustang, but the heart of a Buick. Like, it don't work like that. Like, you got to make sure that you getting your shit right. So don't microwave it. Keep it genuine. Go trust the process, and it's gonna come.
All right. So how do you stay inspired and motivated in your creative pursuits?
How do I stay inspired and motivated? I just love this shit. I just do everything. I feel like I've come to the point where I need to create. It's not like I want to create. It's something that I literally have to do, because if I don't, I have this energy and I have these ideas with just nowhere to go, and I have to do it. Like, it's a must that I create, and I'm doing something creative.
Okay, last question. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future of Behind the Buzz and your other ventures?
Behind the Buzz, I want to expand past the DMV. I want to show our artists that who we have talked to before, in a different circuit. We talked about moving to LA, going out there, Atlanta. There's a lot of different places, with people who have seen our platform and, would be willing to tap in. And we want to expand to move past just the DMV and just go global, make a Behind the Buzz an empire.
It's gonna be an empire, bro, because you good at what you do, bro.
Right.
Now it's time for the hot topics with Zeta.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So George Villain just talked about your music and things that you're doing. I just want to get your takes about what's going on in the culture and maybe some personal things in your own life. All right.
Okay,
So
cool.
this is called the hot topics. Pew, 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 pew. So you say you ran your own podcast, right?
Well,
So
I don't run it myself. We got a team, but
well, you got a team. Okay. So recently there was an incident on the No Jumper podcast where things got heated and out of control. Have you ever regretted inviting someone to the podcast?
regretted inviting someone to the podcast.
Because you say you take your craft very seriously. Do you ever feel like someone was wasting your time? You ain't gotta say specifically, but
Well, there has been times where things just I ain't gonna say that. But there's been times people who are prone to do that sort of thing, the conversation usually dies when, we start talking about times, dates, prices. That's when, people usually leave you on red, and so we try to avoid that. We scuff those guys out. The people who are dedicated and want to actually work, they end up following through with the platform.
okay.
Yeah.
So I know we've been into your personal life. There's been a uprise of adult films and OnlyFans content.
Yeah.
Would you ever date someone seriously that does OnlyFans or adult content,
Seriously?
as in your girlfriend or your wife?
Oh, well, I do have a girlfriend, and no, if you doing OnlyFans, like that's essentially you saying that in order to look at you, it's gonna cost like what's the OnlyFans subscription amount, like $4.99, $3.99?
I wouldn't know
That's
personally,
how much
but
it costs. So for $3.99, anybody can just like
look
at you. Like that's kind of crazy to me, and I don't think people think of it like that. Yeah, you putting a price tag on your body. Like if you're gonna sell it, you might as well just make a post like I'm selling. Like you know what I mean? Like stand on that shit.
Make that bad.
Right?
Okay, so Joe Button recently said on his podcast that artists today, hip hop artists today, are broke, except for the 1%. Drake, J. Cole, Kanye West. How do you feel about the music industry right now and the direction it's going?
About artists being broke or the direction of.
How do you feel that he said artists today are really broke and they only making money off the side hustle?
It's true because streaming platforms pay less than a penny. Like you're not, if you're an artist, the music is just the tool. You're really getting paid off of the shows, off of your merchandise, off of your club appearances. That's why when Little Baby comes to DC or Burna Boy, he got a after party in DC.
Yep.
He making money off of that. You know what I mean? Like there's other ventures than just the music.
Okay. So in today's culture, or not today, and today inflation is getting out of control. So I'm gonna give you 3 options, but you only can pick one to have free for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Gas, food, or rent.
I'm going with rent.
And why?
Because if I got a place to live, I mean that's probably the most expensive expense on there between gas and food. You know what I mean? So if I got a place to live for free, that's legit. Yeah.
Okay. So Dre and Michelle just got pregnant by her basketball boyfriend, Jalen Green. He is 21 years old. She has a 21-year-old son. How do you feel about that situation?
Yeah, I heard. Does she have any other? What's her baby father? Like, how old is he? You know,
Ooh, I think he's 36.
36.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think she definitely trying to get a young man's get in his pockets. I feel like that's what.
Do you feel like she was grooming him? Because she was dating him while he was 17.
Yeah, have you seen that is grooming. That is grooming. If it was a man, it'd be weird. So we're gonna call
There
it
we
out.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is set up to fight. Who you got winning?
Well, I think all Jake Paul's fights are rigged. Like he never fights a real boxer or somebody who's actually in it. But then I think Sports Center posted some of Mike Tyson's training videos.
Mm-hmm.
He looks scary. Like I would not want to. I don't care if he's 60 years old. Like that's still Iron Mike. Like he trying to boogie. I ain't. I think Mike could win this one.
So you say the fight is rigged. So I'm gonna ask you a personal question.
Right.
If you get knocked out by a senior citizen, do you just gotta retire your hands?
Oh yeah, you gotta hang the gloves up. You gotta hang the gloves up, bro. There's no coming back from that.
Okay. Since spring break season is around the corner, what are your plans, and do you have any wild spring break stories?
Hurt people. The live premiere and the show is on spring break actually. So that's my plans. That's what I've been working for. So no, that's all I got on my mind.
Okay. And now back to George with the random questions.
That is my real name. That is my real name. That is my real government name. And that's cool. That's cool though. That's cool because you never met a nigga George's name that was broke. So, hey, all right. So we're going for the random questions, right? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Short like a leprechaun or tall like Wimbiana?
Tall like Wembanyama.
NBA or NFL?
NFL.
Most influential person in your life?
My father.
What do you put in your glizzies?
Excuse me? You try to set me up. You see what he did right there? But I don't even. Next question, man. You try.
favorite female singer?
Alicia Keys.
Can you skateboard?
I tried.
What city was your best head giver from?
My best head giver. Next question.
Hey, a book you read lately. What's a book you read lately?
A book I've read, the textbooks. That's what I've been into.
Would you smack a nun for $1 million or punch a kid for 1 million followers?
Smack a what?
Nun for $1 million or punch a kid for 1 million followers?
I'm smacking the nun.
Do you like the cha-cha?
Sure. Cha-cha?
A song you instantly turn up to?
Broke Boys by Drake and 21.
What was your occupation in your past life?
In my past life, I feel like I was... What was I in my past life? I feel like... I don't know. That's a hard question. I might have been like a computer geek.
Okay, one thing you scared of?
I'm scared of failure.
All right, last question. You married and your wife catch you with the mail lady. What would your excuse be?
I need to pick up a package.
Here Beyond Talk. We got the hottest, littest podcast. I'm your boy, Go Villain Django. That 1 in 10,000. I can't forget my co-host, Z-Dot, and my very special guest, Jay Sizz, man. Thanks for having you, man. It's been a pleasure, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's do it, bro. Let's go.